It's the 4th of April, and Kitty's upset. I'm gonna be honest. I got a little grumpy with her. But we always get him this right here, and it's natural. It's Purina. He's been blocking my path, you know, right there with the screen. He's a little, a little upset. We're gonna give him some food. Come on, kid. It means you gotta walk over here. There you go. Exercise over this way. Very good. I'll give you some werewolf kitty pets. He's sensitive right here. He's a stray that we picked up. And I don't, see, there he goes. Here, try some food. I think maybe he got in a fight when he was younger. Okay, kitty. And he's just a little grumpy. He's a frisky kitty. You gotta pet him up here. He doesn't like all this stuff right here. So you pet him right here on the neck, between the ears. He likes it on the, okay, kitty, okay. Anyway, I'm heading out. I'm gonna check on Linda. She cut her thumb and she's doing better. You doing better, sweetie? Okay. It's okay. You got your Kava shirt on? Mm-hmm. And we've been putting, I'm gonna show you what we've been putting on it. Just at night. She sometimes wears a bed at night too. So we use this right here. It's a non-stick. You wanna do that. She's got stitches, so you go non-stick. Always. Don't do cotton. The non-stick has a thing on it that keeps it from sticking. And we use this at night. It's a pain, itch, and scar. And it's good. So I've taken a couple photos of it on the early stage. I had a third photo, but actually I had a second photo. I accidentally erased it and I got the first photo. Now this one, she's looking a little bit better. Skin's starting to get there and everything. It was bad. It was with a paring knife at a Subway. We gotta head out and run before the rain. Linda says that I can't do two things at one time. I'm wearing two glasses at the same time, as you can see, two glasses. And she says, you can't do two things at the same time. You can't even talk and do anything at the same time. And I do it all the time. I've been in Shakespeare.
Well, you're the one washing britches in the sink. Sorry.
Shakespeare plays, all kinds of stuff. I was in As You Like It, I played Duke Frederick and Oliver Martex. And I was in Midsummer Night's Dream. I've been in all kinds of stuff. And I play guitar and sing. That's two things at one time. I just did it. I just posted it. I'm going to show you another thing I can do. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Look at that. What's that called? That's called two things at one time. Look at that. Woo, baby.
That's three things. Cat behind you, and you have dirty socks.
What else to do? Pet the cat at the same time. Come here, kitty. Come here, kitty. Come here. Here. The juggle cats.
Shh, careful.
Ready?
She's gonna hit you. You're gonna go to the ER.
All right. Katie, say hi. This is Edmund. He's grumpy, and he's clawy. He likes to claw. He uses what's called the claw. Ooh.
He uses his mittens.
The claw.
Socks.
Okay. He doesn't always like juggler. Oh. You gotta be, ooh. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, he's a cat.
Oh, okay, that.
Kill, kitty, kill. Go get it.
Kid is melting.
Yeah, I gotta run before the
Right
rain.
out the door. Right out the door. He's gonna follow you. Shh.
I gotta
Come
run.
out the door.
All right. I got to run before the rain. All right.
Don't try to pull it yet.
He'll be here for you. All his itchy and scratchy. Oh. Got to run before the rain. All right. Welcome to the Please Subscribe show. You can see that it's April 4, 2:01 in the PM. I think the PM stands for, now the AM stands for anti-meridian. Post-meridian? I'm guessing. PM might be post-meridian. I've had many theories on what PM means. I used to say Pacific meridian. It's post-meridian. You gotta look up the word meridian to understand the AM and the PM. Anti-meridian, I think, is what they say. But we'll look it up later. Now, a Japanese director at the news school, Jensung, explained this direction to me that helped. It was like I was doing Faust, so we casted Faust. It was a lot of memorization. I got as much as I could, but we were going to have to read it because we were doing it in scene work. And they were going to put it in the actor studio, the real actor studio. And we couldn't really get it ready. We did rehearse it, but she explained how she wanted it, and she took my hand and she kind of squeezed it, pulled on it a little bit, and then released. And then she grabbed the hand and pulled on my hand and then released, which is how it all is, you know. It was general explanation. I was a little upset because it was just too much memorization in a short period of time. Charles Marlowe was the writer who worked, I believe he did work with Shakespeare. Charles Marlowe did. But it was some intense work at that time. Anyway, they're saying probably maybe rain, some rain, not a whole lot. But I got a report from WeatherBug today, about an hour and a half ago, and they're expecting it to go down. They said Illinois, and they also said some other places, and I don't know why they reported that because I have it set on Fort Worth. They do expect rain about now at 2, and then they're I don't know if they're talking about, okay, when I read it, they mentioned tornado warnings in those areas of like Illinois. This will be posted tomorrow, and we're on April 4 right now, 2023. So it did mention it, and it caught my attention. So we're gonna be looking out. We are gonna do the run. We have to do the delivery today, so we are gonna be dropping food at your doorstep. Anyway, so you know, we just have to, I'll show you some of the clouds and stuff. Doesn't look too bad, but I'm headed off for an oil change because they have a patent filter with these types of vehicles. It's KIA, as in Kia. And so we'll, you know, get that done with, and I'll head back to my zone, and we'll be dropping the food at your doorstep. Passing Lake Worth signs back there. And we got a little bit of choppy water. So they did expect wind. We're gonna have some wind advisory. And there is, now the severe thunderstorm was in other places. They did mention possible Upper Lakes, Texas, on my tornado, on my, what's called WeatherBug, like a tornado, like a watch. And that's gonna be Upper Lakes, Texas. I am not familiar with Upper Lakes, Texas. So if you guys know, let me know, leave a comment and tell me what's going on in that area of Texas. We got a lot of cloud cover. And then I saw in the paragraph, I saw Hail, H-A-I-L. I didn't see H-E-L-L, but they might as well put it in there. But H-A-I-L, and that did hit me the other day. If you watched the show, I didn't say anything about it, but I at one moment I'm talking in a Whole Foods parking lot, and then the next moment I'm in a car wash talking about the new Liberty Party, which I got there really quick. And The New Liberty Party, I think, will be good. Today's the Tuesday. New York has a big kind of funny parade going on. It's kind of an odd parade. And a special character, ex-president. It'd make a great Smigel thing on Saturday Night Live. Where they come in and Ronald Reagan and the ghost of Ronald Reagan, and I don't want to mention Gerald Ford's name. I can't even say his name, even though I said it. I say Ford Carr, but Ronald Reagan, comes in a super cape because he's an ex-president. He's part of the ex-president club. Flies down and flies old Trump away. I don't know if Ronald would do that, but he might. Ronald's a nice guy. We don't know. I watch NBC News every night with Lester Holt. I don't get Fox News. I might get it on the radio. It's April 4. I know you guys like Fox News. I'm in Fox News territory. NBC News, no, but I watch it. Lester Holt, it's good. It's well quality. It's in 4K. Everything looks bright and shiny. What in the world? Bright and shiny. So that's what I usually watch. I watch the Lester Holt one. They get all the information and they kind of play it down the middle field. Fox News can get a little radical. Who knows what they're saying? I don't know if they're live streaming it. They probably are, but I'm not really watching it right now. I expected complete 100% revolution, but I would know about it by now. They'd have it at least on the radio. No, because Alec Baldwin does the narrative for 101.1, and he'd be on there talking about it. Hey, Alec Baldwin, complete revolution. They're revolting. Come and get me. Quick. Now, we got cabins down here, Mr. Alec Baldwin. Small cabins in the West Panhandle. Deer blinds everywhere. I know it's not funny. But we do. It's not funny, but we have deer blinds all over the place in the West Panhandle. Breckenridge, Woodson, all kinds of places. Look at this guy. Talk about Walmart shopper. No, I think it's wrong. I don't want to get in the whole Alec Baldwin. I'm an Alec Baldwin fan. I like Prelude to a Kiss. I think he's one of the most talented, well-spoken actors since Orson Welles. Why he ain't a film director bugs me, because he's very literate and competent and very funny. Probably one of the funniest. He could be one of the funniest stand-up comedians other than Seinfeld. I saw the interview with Alec Baldwin and Seinfeld. It was like Coffee and Cars, comedians and Coffee and Cars. He was funnier than Seinfeld. Seinfeld would admit to it. He's got great delivery. Alec Baldwin in his delivery, he'd make you laugh. He'd pull on your ear and make you laugh and say, "Put that coffee down. Coffee is for closers." And then you have Jack Lemmon. Let me get my eyes on. That's a tough scene to see Jack Lemmon in that movie. Glenn Ross. Perfection. And then, he goes, ABC. Always be closing. First, second, third place. No. It's first place. Right. First place is Cadillac. I think it was a Cadillac. First place is a Cadillac. Second place, steak knives. The third place, your job. Everybody gets the attention, You got Ed Harris pulling off a great job. It's probably maybe Al Pacino's best role other than Dog Day Afternoon. But that Glenn Ross, go see it immediately, especially if you want to sell stuff. There's a lot of good ones. Alan Arkin, Kevin Spacey. Go to lunch. Go to lunch. Would you go to lunch? Go to lunch. We all know that one. But, you know, Mamet, you know, he would iron his clothes very carefully. The guy that would followed him in some playwriting would go to his seminars and his classes, and he noticed that the hems of his trousers were always like militant, sharp, ironed. The guy was very careful with his words when it comes to Glengarry Glen Ross, and also his plays, which are brilliant and based on rhythm. Anyway, let's move on. We're going to be dropping off food. Let me get this oil change. I'm going full synthetic. You know, how sometimes, I'm not saying full synthetic is good or bad, but you know how the guy goes, what's his name? The one that goes like this, you know, Justin Scard. Justin Scard is always, he's going full gluten when he gets the bread or the pizza. I'm going full gluten. Anyway, got a message, you gotta go. We'll be back. Now, a lot of people call him Christopher Marlowe. I call him Charles Marlowe. Don't ask me why, but it's Marlowe nevertheless. Christopher Marlowe worked with Shakespeare. He was deemed as a spy. We don't know for sure if he was a spy. They didn't think that about Shakespeare. And I don't know who he was spying for. It was a Renaissance time. The Renaissance time was a moment of intelligence, light. It was a moment of illumination and also of information. And it was science that led things in the information age of the Renaissance. And that was Charles Marlowe was there impressing the crap out of everybody, doing these little plays like Dr. Faust at the Globe. And then Shakespeare came in and ripped it all up, Quentin Tarantino style, is what I always say. Because they really, you know, followed Shakespeare. Because he wrote like normal dialogue that sounded real. And Marlowe is very versed, kind of, it's very difficult to even explain Marlowe's work. But he was killed. Marlowe was killed in a bar over a pickle, a sweet pickle, I think. And he was stabbed in the eye. I don't know if Shakespeare witnessed it. I hope not. But Shakespeare only did 38 plays, and then he switched over and, well, he did 38 plays, but the sonnets, they say, are like songs. And he did 150 of them. And that was it. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. Not for a playwright. Sam Shepard he did like 58 or so plays. 50 something, almost 60 plays Sam Shepard did. He did probably about twice as much as Shakespeare. Poetry-wise, probably a novel of poetry came out of Sam Shepard. More than 150 poems for sure. He has a whole book called Motel Chronicles. Read it. It's all Shakespeare. Well, it's not Shakespeare, but it's verse. And we lost Sam Shepard a few years back to ALS. He had it his whole life. Was self-medicating with alcohol until it took him and killed him. Look at him in Pelican Brief. He wasn't hefty in weight. He was a skinny guy. He also was in a lot of stuff. Country, I think, and then there was something, I get these names wrong, but it's called Days of Heaven, which is a Terrence Malick and Richard Gere film. But Shakespeare's important for verse. We want to go back and look at that, and also for sonnets, and you know, and writing songs. You know, it's in songs. All right, I am headed to the Speedway. This little Kia, it's a brand new Kia dealership. Carvana is up. They finished it, and it stacks, and they even keep some cars in the basement of that. I'm gonna turn off early right by Heritage Parkway, but you can see right there, Carvana. They just built that. They had one out in Dallas. I live by one of those. They'll deliver the car to your doorstep. It's not a lie. I think they mail you the keys, or maybe they hide them, or maybe they hand you the keys. They put them up here or something when they drop it off. The keys are above the visor. But anyway, they do that. They seriously do it. It's right there, Carvana. See it? It's a new company. And listen, I sold cars for a summer. I'm all for it, 100%. Those online guys sold more cars than you could even believe. Those guys were six-figure guys. And a lot of the stand-up sellers, which is what I was. I had to stand in the sun. We got to get sunscreen and all this stuff. I did it for a summer for Kia, and they get sunburned, but those guys, they do a number. I mean, they sell those Kias like it's like manufacturing work. You know, they sell it one after the other, one after the other. They were giving $1,000 cash bonuses in the lobby and rolling dice. Yeah. Or something like that. I don't know. It's like a bonus on top of their salary. They're all salary guys back in the day. Very few of them are commission guys, but they could give them bonuses, cash bonuses, if they did well. They'd have to do like the thing called hat tricks. It's like 3 hat tricks or something like that. Basically, it's almost like selling 3 cars in succession, and that could get you a bonus. They would sell more. I think it was, you got to sell at least, I think, 20 and up for the salary. That's almost a car a day. But they were selling like 50 cars a month or something, like more than that. I think the guy sold 70 cars in a month or something. It was an amazing amount of cars that they can sell really, really quick. All right, headed towards the Speedway. This is exit 64. You'll find Kia. You probably want to do exit 64. I went to Heritage Parkway way too early. It's further down. It's not too far from the Speedway. They're pretty good. They're usually swift on the oil change. They suggest fully synthetic. I think that's what they use. Now the one in Irving does the same. That's why I used to go to the one in Irving. That's where I got it. This particular model, this Kia. And I guess so, you know. It's a little crowded getting here. You gotta take this little side road off exit 64. Headed down. This is Denton Highway. That's what it's known as, Denton Highway. That is a teddy bear on the back of that John Deere. It's kind of an excavator kind of thing. Sorry about that. Yeah, I know. You're super hurry. That's an excavator. All right, we're on our way. Okay, Denton Highway is also known as 35W North, and I'm on exit 64. That's what I suggest. Really, that's the only one you can take. Other than that, you got to circle around. So the number 64 on that exit, boys and girls and gentlemen and ladies. All right, this is Kia, and they're really they got a little bit of they do online. They got a little bit of stock on the inventory, and I almost got myself into the exact model of this, but only it was a souped up Forte. The lady that sold it to me, I still have her card right down here. I'll show you her card right there. Pret Kaur, she's an Indian consultant, or I think she's from India, her family is. She's a great salesman. She almost got me into a really nice car. We were headed in that direction. I'm gonna show you kind of what it looked like. These are more sporty. She was trying to get me in a sporty one because she knew I was in delivery. It was similar to kind of like this kind of thing. And they've got these stingers that are real nice. The stingers are. But I don't think I'm going to go in that direction. Those are very fast cars. They got G-force reading on it. This one right here is a little GT Kia. This is what she was kind of suggesting a little bit on it. And it was really nice. We almost got into it. We were a little upside down. There's their stingers. They got a G-force reader on them. I don't know their speed, but maybe 160, something like that. I really don't know. Maybe they can, if with the right tools, they might can get them up to 200 miles per hour. Little sporty. They even have them in 4 doors, but I think they're cooler than the Optimas. It's a cute car, and it's pretty low to the ground. It's very sporty. It'd be good for delivery. And even if you have a little family, you know, save gas and get there quicker. I guess in a way, believe it or not, I'll probably always be selling the Kia. Don't know why. Kia, they started off making go-karts in Korea, and then the Korean government helped them get started. These are probably newer right here. And then they went on, they got the license to do automobiles, and they've been doing it for a long time. They make them in West Point, Georgia. They look a little kind of almost like a little sporty SUV or something. They're creative designers. The guy that worked with Audi works with Kia. If you know about Audi, which is one of our best cars. Same German designer. The German designer, I believe. I may be wrong about that. He may not have been German. I'm going to look it up later. I may ask about it. It's not a German. I don't know if it's a German guy or not. But he worked with the Audi. I think he was like Swedish, European, or something like that. Switzerland or something. He worked all around Europe, but he's one of the most famous ones. He's the most famous designer in cars, especially with Kia. He revolutionized the Kia. I'll mention his name later. But Audi is a great car, and the whole honeycomb design is based, and that's the front part. You can see it right here. It's a honeycomb design. It's based on the Audi. If you're familiar with the Audi vehicle. All right, let's go get the oil change. Oil. I drank your milkshake. I drank it up. It's called side drilling. We drill to the side. There is no more oil. I drank your milkshake. Nah, I'm just joking. All right, we'll go through here. Well, they want $92 for the oil change. The last time I did it was $70. So it's fully synthetic, so we're gonna check around. All right, so the oil change synthetic can go between 5,000 to 7,000 miles. They recommend 5,000 on fully synthetic. It's $92 at that Kia place, which is going towards Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, right off 35. $110 at the Irving one, which is usually where I got it. I think the last time I did it 2 months ago or so, maybe 3 months ago, maybe a little bit longer than that. The amount was about $70. So they're going up to 80 to 90 in 2 months. They've increased it by $20 for fully synthetic. So they charge about $92. So we're gonna have to wait on that one for a little bit. So, I mean, it's fully synthetic. I think one time Linda and I vlogged it at $60-something. That was probably within the year. It's like maybe $68 or something like that. Then it went up to $72. Now it's gone up to $92 for fully synthetic. That's hard to imagine on oil change. When back in the day you could get an oil change for $20. All right. Just want you to know about that. It got me going. I was a little quiet when I heard that because I went up there and looked at the price on it. And there's Carvana. Right there. You can see it's like a little tower.